Yes, people, good evening and welcome to the first ever episode of Lead Judges TV. I'm your host for this evening, Dan Potts, and I'm with none other than the main man himself, Mr. Lee Judges. Lee, I've got to kick things off by saying congratulations for the new channel and hand it over to you to just kind of give the viewers a bit of an understanding of why Lead Judges TV, why a new channel, and what can we expect moving forward, mate?
Wow, thank you very much. I'm excited about this, I have to say. Well, the reasons I've been doing the channel is because everybody keeps getting on to me to do it. So I had a little chat with a few people. I have to mention Rory from Chelsea. He was one of the ones that sort of pushed me to do it. And yeah, that was a few months ago. And then I put it on Twitter to see if what sort of reaction we'd get from it. Thinking that we wouldn't get too many, but the reaction was very, very positive. So yeah, here we are. So when we've been doing it from then on, getting everything sorted, and we're here today to get on with it. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Really. So got so many people have been helping us out, Dan, haven't they? So
Oh yeah, massively.
It's been fantastic, like, you know. So we're going to be here as much as we can be, and got things we're going to be looking to do, all different shows. Not just going to be about me and you on a podcast. We're going to be doing lots of different things. We're going to go out and about with the cameras and things like that when we can afford to, and we've got some interesting shows that we're going to be doing there, which we've come up with some. Well, I wouldn't say forfeits, but sort of things that we're going to put our minds and bodies to the test, Danny boy. That's what we're going to do.
I might be able to beat you on the mind thing, mate. But listen, you're older, but you're fitter than me now. So I'm going to lose anything to do with physical fitness. I tell you that after this lockdown has not been kind. But listen, it's going to be an interesting one because it ain't just going to be about Arsenal, Lee, is it?
No, it's not. We are going to get everybody involved. All teams. We're going to have a Premier League show and a league show where we'll wrap up all of the weekends football when the football season gets back on. So we'll look at that. We've got someone exciting that wants to host that as well, like, you know. So and be involved in that. So that will be revealed. So. Who's very, very keen to run the Premier League show, as we're going to call it, or the league show. We'll have to think what we're going to do there. But yeah, we'll be looking to get involving other teams in that as well. So it's not just going to be Arsenal based. Obviously, we're going to have a little bit of Arsenal based with it because obviously we're Arsenal fans, but we're also going to be doing a bit of other stuff, and so other teams going to be involved. That's your Man Uniteds, your Chelseas, your Newcastles, and Tottenham as well, like, you know. So they'll all be there, like, you know. We're also going to have, which we're sort of sorting out now, an evening in with the ladies. Unfortunately, me and you, Dan, will not be invited because we are not ladies. So there'll be so if any of the girls, ladies, want to get involved, get in touch with us. And what it is, it'd be like just the girls having a chat about football and, well, hopefully football and anything related to what's been going on in the footballing world. So we're going to be doing that. We've also got other things in the pipeline, little quizzes and all sorts of things like that. But some really good things to look forward to, like, yeah, and we're going to keep a few things a little bit secret because they've not quite developed yet. But we're certainly we've got a brainstorming team as well. Like, you know what I mean? We behind the scenes here with pens and papers and their computer keypads sorting out all stuff for us, which is really, really good. Like, you know, so can't thank the people enough for trying to get everything right, and we're trying to do it as best we possibly can. With the limited budget we've got at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've got to put one comment up here because he is, in fact, helpful more than just for his knowledge of football. Big Steve himself, responsible for the music that has come towards with this podcast. Big Steve, massive good friend and massive gooner. We thank you so much for that, mate. And if you do want to go and follow Steve, unbelievable musician, great football knowledge, big gooner. please go and follow Big Steve on YouTube and on Twitter and all the socials. Absolute top man. But Lee, there's not just Big Steve. There's quite a few that we got to thank, mate. I'll let you do the honors.
We've got so many people to thank. You know, Sophie Nicolau. Is that how? I hope I've said that right.
Sophie Nicolau.
Like, you know, who has been. Well, she's been an absolute legend, really. I have to say, behind the scenes, doing emails and things like that, and you know, at different time zones as well, Dan. You know, so but she's been fantastic for us. So big thank you to Sophie, because without her help, I don't know where we would have been at some sort of stage when we was sort of getting it all together and all that. Because let me tell you now, this ain't easy. This ain't, you know, when people say, "Oh, get a YouTube channel." Yeah, all right. But there's a lot of hard work that has to go into it, and things have to go into it. She's been fantastic with her help. Got to thank Ben Wiley as well for his thumbnails and everything like that. I didn't even know what a thumbnail was until about a week ago. So, you know, big up to Ben as well. Like, we're going to have to say to our old mate Harry Simure, you know, on the Chronicles of a Gooner, he has been an absolute legend for us as well. Like, you know, and I have to say, I'm going to say this now. Lots of the channels that are out and about at the moment, and we you know, I think we'd have to say, Dan, that we've become a rival as well, haven't we? You know what I mean? But the help that they've given us and support just shows you how really, really good all the podcasts and all the other channels around have been there. The messages we got from people that you know, we're up against now, I suppose, in a funny sort of a way, but all been really good for us and helping us out, and you know, absolutely unbelievable when people are turning around. Anything you need, Lee, you know, you want me to do this, want me to do that. It's incredible. So a big thank you to all those people, and especially to Harry, who's been thankfully brilliant for us. And also, I'm going to have to say, this is a wonderful name, by the way, one of the best names I think going. Like, you know what I mean, like Hannah Partridge. What a name. That could actually be a TV show. I honestly believe that could be. Do you know Hannah Partridge? Do you know her, Dan?
I know Hannah Partridge very well because she's my little sister, and she has done some fantastic stuff for us behind the scenes. She's been great, and she's a good laugh as a sister as well, I must admit. You get on well with her as well, don't you? So that's always helpful.
Yeah, she's been fantastic, and she's been doing the editing for us because we didn't know what to do with that and got a clue. You know, we are actually on a college course this week doing editing, like, you know. So I'm on E- at the moment. I don't know what you're on, Dan, but you know, Anna's up there on an A+ at this moment in time. So well done to Hannah. She's been fantastic for us getting all these things together. And when that all comes together, we put a couple of videos together. And we've messed up on more than one occasion, and all of a sudden Hannah's got to work, and we've looked professional, I have to say, like, you know. So big up to Hannah, like, you know. So.
No, you're not supposed to say it, Lee. You're supposed to say it was all me. It's all me and Dan doing all that, and no one else helps us.
I can't lie. You know me. I can't lie. I have to say how it is. I have to see how it is, like, you know.
If it was up to me and you, mate, we'd just have the countdown and then just gone, "Good evening, how you doing?" That would have been as far as it went.
That's what it'd been with that, like, and press a button. I'll tell you that, you know. So,
unbelievable. No, it's good though, mate. And listen, I want to say thank you as well for getting me involved, because it's something that we've always got on. We've always been on podcasts together. And as soon as you phoned me up and said, "Look, I want to do a channel," and said, "Look, would you be able to help me?" I jumped at the chance because, you know, I love you as a person, but I love your opinions, and I know everybody else does. And you've kind of been known for your opinions just on Arsenal, but there's so much more with that with you, Lee, because you've got so much more interest. And I think as this channel does grow and people start to get into it, they'll start to see more of what Lee Judges gets up to, sort of away from Arsenal Football Club, if that's fair to say.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to do some different, like, you know, hopefully do some things. I've got a few little events coming up. Look, listen, I'm a big cricket fan as well, so we'll do a little bit of cricket at times, a little bit of tennis. I love me tennis, so we'll be doing that. Maybe a bit of rugby along the way as well. So all sorts of things like that. So we'll be doing a little bit of filming for those sort of things. Unfortunately, you know, when you go Wimbledon, I can't take the cameraman with me, so I'll just have to take my phone. So we'll try and get a few snippets of what the life is like at Wimbledon, and hopefully a bit of cricket later on in the year as well. We're also, of course, going to be doing a few little watch-alongs on the Euros and things like that, and of course, maybe even taking in some watch-alongs during the Premier League season as well. So I don't know how the watch-alongs are going to go, because when I was first approached to do watch-alongs, I said they ain't going to work. No one's going to be interested in. Well, they've absolutely gone way over the top and been mad. So we're going to be doing them like Formula One. Well, listen, Formula One is something that I'm not into, but I do know a man that is into Formula One. Come on, Dan, tell them the stories about Formula One, you know, because
I must admit,
what you do on the British, what do they call it? The British what? Grand Prix, I suppose that's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, Grand Prix, I'm massively into it. Peter's obviously brought it up here into Formula One, massively so. Probably my second favourite sport to watch. I don't get in the cars too much these days, but I'm massively into it. And I think that personally, we're going to start to do shows that are not just about football or Arsenal. And for those people who are into cricket, those people into boxing, those people into Formula One, when the tennis is on at Wimbledon, Lee and I will be talking about it. Whether we're into it or whether we're not into it, we will have an opinion on it, just like you guys will in the chat. And we want to get you guys involved. We want this to be interactive. We want you to be very active in the chat. Please send in questions. We'll answer the ones that we can. Long as they're clean, long as they're appropriate, we will put them up and we will answer them. And we want this to be for you. You know, we want this channel to be for you guys. And if you keep coming back and enjoying it, we'll keep putting the content on. We're going to try and do as much regular content as we can. So we're going to be able to look at some different options and out and about. Hopefully COVID will allow us soon to get out and about and we can go and have a chat with some people.
Yeah, exactly, because we've got planned. We've obviously got a little bit of Wimbledon planned and all that, but we're hoping at some stage to do a bit of the old horses as well. We try and get ourselves to stand at the horses and all that. Like we're hopefully like get a cameraman or camera girl, should I say, like that can do a bit of filming for us as we go around the track. You know, I've been fortunate enough to go to the Grand National. What a day that is! We've also got a little bit of news. Little bit of news today is that Cristiano Ronaldo on our debut show and opening up has broken the record today. The GOAT of the football, in my opinion, has broken the Euros record for goals today. And also on the tennis front, Andy Murray won at Queen's today to go into the second round. So some good news for the British tennis fans that are out there as well, you know.
Absolutely, and we got to sort of say that we're not just into sport. We're not just into football. I don't think there's any sport I dislike. That's actually a question I'm going to give to you, Lee. Is there a sport that you think, nah, I just can't watch that?
Yeah,
go on.
Grand Prix.
Is it really?
I ain't a real lover of motorbike racing. I'm not, but I could take in a bit of speedway, I suppose, but. Grand Prix is not one of my favourites, if I'll be honest. If I'll be really, really honest, I'll watch it if if I go to it. But go to whatever. If it's on telly, I'll watch it. But I'm not really a big fan. You're trying to get me into it, so we'll have to wait and see. But
well, you can try and get me into cricket then, because cricket's the one for me. Cricket and golf I find very, very long, and
golf.
I like
golf.
I like stuff that's active and there's always something happening. And
well,
golf, I find a bit of a cure for insomnia, really.
For your ball, you know what I mean? Like, I played lost the ball at golf. Weren't very happy. Like, I want to be Nike.
I can play golf. I just can't watch it. It's like insomnia. Insomnia cure, you know.
I love a bit of golf. We'll talk about the golf. I think the US Open comes up this week, so that's on this week as well. So loads of things go. Do you know when people
as well? Looking forward to the Lions next month. Obviously,
the Lions, the Lions are on. You know,
the tennis, obviously.
Listen, you know when people turn around and go, the football season's finished and all that, like, you know, what are you going to do now? I always think, well, the summer's fantastic. Not only have you got the weather, you've got all the loads of sports on, particularly when it's like the Euros or the World Cup. You've got all the football that goes on. You've then all got cricket, rugby when it's on tour and whatever, like. But obviously, like the golf, the tennis. There's so many things there, like, you know. I mean, snooker is underrated. You know, snooker is underrated. I love my snooker as well. So, big
Ronnie
fan.
O'Sullivan, mate.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, like, you know what I mean? Now, he happens to be an Arsenal fan, is Ronnie, but he is my favourite player. I will confess it. I didn't really watch too much of the World Championships this year because he went out early. I'm normally really interested watching him and all that, but I do like my snooker as well. And listen, a big shout out to Djokovic winning the French Open at the weekend. Unbelievable performance, to beat Rafa Nadal and then go on and be 2 sets down and come back and win it. You got to just give the man so much credit. When you go on to tennis and you look at tennis, we have been privileged to have these players.
One of my favourite sportsmen ever is Roger Federer. He's one of my favourite sportsmen ever. I just love the guy. So humble, unbelievable at what he did. Talented tennis player, and just the best I think ever. I've never seen someone so calm and so good at what he does. So for me, it is Roger Federer. Ronnie O'Sullivan, likewise, absolutely love him, the snooker player. And I'm a big Lewis Hamilton fan. A lot of people like Lewis Hamilton because he's bloody good at what he does and he's arrogant about it.
People don't like Lewis Hamilton. I don't understand that.
I think what it is, Lee. I think, and people can correct me in the chat if they're wrong. Do you know what I think it is? I think it is because he's British, but he doesn't live in Britain. He goes and has houses all over the world. Who doesn't? He goes and lives in Monaco, then he's in Switzerland, and they say he's not really properly British, and that he's, they all say he's all tax dodgy and all that kind of stuff. I don't understand it. I know his attitude can be a bit bad sometimes. He can come across as arrogant, and he can throw his toys out the pram when he don't lose. When he don't win. But that's a winner, isn't it? That's what winners do. Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are the same. When they lose games, they get the ump. They have a bit of an awe and arrogance about them. No one can deny that Lewis Hamilton is bloody good at Formula One. He is an unbelievable driver.
I will say that it does help if you're in a good car. That's the only thing I say about Formula One. You know what I mean? If you've got the wheels, it will pay the bills. That's all I'm saying.
Well, talking of Formula One, we have got a good friend of ours in the house, Mr. Fergus Keating from the Guns and Yellow Ribbons podcast. If you haven't done so already, well worth a listen. Please go and subscribe to him on YouTube. Absolute great banter. Brilliant Arsenal podcast. There's some good friends that I think a lot of you will probably know.
Yeah, good boy, good lads. Very good lads. Fergus is a top guy as well, So
he is a top lad, isn't he? Can't have Formula One though. He's gone down in my book. That's not.
No. Do you know what? I'm beginning
rather
to
watch curling. He says that. Rather watch curling.
Beginning to watch him a little bit more. I think I quite like old Fergus even more now. So So we got that Formula One, of course. That's coming up as well. The cricket, England. Poor result against New Zealand. We're fortunate enough to be at Lord's for the opening day of the test. Weren't a great day's cricket, I have to say, but the Pims went down well. It was a good day. And I tell you what's been really good about the cricket. It's going back into a stadium again, Dan. It was lovely. Not the same as going back to a football stadium, but it was just lovely just going back into a stadium and enjoying live sport, which has been taken away from us for a very, very long time.
Mate, well, there's one thing that is coming back that's not live sport. A good friend of mine, Christian, used to work with Christian. Love Island's coming back, Lee. Love Island is back. So
I'll tell you a little story about Love Island.
Go on.
I never watched it. I don't watch it. And then Jack Fowler does a little bit for AFTV. He was in the studio, and I didn't have a clue who he was, so I'll go, hello, mate, you're all right, so what do you do? I'm on Love Island, So I said, oh, great, So anyway, whether it's freezing cold, temperature's really hot, Jack always turns around and says, "Oh, it's really hot in here," and he has to take his shirt off, you know what I mean? So, but very good lad. But that show is mad, isn't it? But let's just talk a little bit about Love Island. It is a mad show. People go absolutely wild over it. I don't see why not. It's a bit like Nando's. Everybody goes wild over Nando's. Don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. But
mate, a cheeky Nando's is all right, mate. A cheeky Nando's is all right.
Well, I prefer. I'm not saying anything else, but everybody goes wild about that, and they also go wild about Love Island. Is it as good as Big Brother? I don't know. That's a question that we could put in the chat. What's the best? Love Island or Big Brother?
It's a good question. It's a good question. I'd rather be in Love. I'd rather be in Love Island, but I don't reckon that they would accept my application. But I would rather be in Love Island than Big Brother.
Why wouldn't they accept your application?
Oh, come on, mate! Look, have you not seen some of those lads? You've seen Jack Fowler, haven't you? Look at the state of me compared to Jack Fowler. Come on, mate.
He's got muscle.
I mean, you've got more chance. You've got more chance judges than me, I think.
Well, I don't know. I'll tell you what. I'm not afraid to take my shirt off, but in front of him, I would be. I'll tell you, So
yeah. Look, Christian, I was joking, by the way. Look, he's got us talking about it for 10 minutes, haven't he?
What? So Love Island's not coming on then,
No, it is coming on, but I think he was half joking. But we have gone on about it a bit too much, really. Anyway, one thing we do want to do before we wrap up, because we are going to come back very, very soon and do a watch along for France v Germany live with you all, and hopefully you'll all be watching the game and can have us on in the background nattering while we watch it and enjoy the game together with us. Before, all I need you to do is click 2 buttons. Please help Lead Judges in the channel grow. It'd be great for everyone in the chat now to smash the like button, first of all, on this video, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel and set a little reminder so that you can see our pretty faces every night, because we're going to try and get on here as much as we can and try and provide content for you throughout every week. So it'd be great to get as many subscribers as we can and help the channel grow. And please follow us on the social medias, Lead Judges TV, everywhere, Instagram, Twitter. So it would be great for your support, guys. As long as you enjoy the content, we would welcome you back anytime. And that is what this is all about, try to help the channel grow. We are going to be giving away some prizes, not just later on, but throughout the week and throughout the months. We're going to be trying to get some nice little prizes, trying to get people involved in terms of interaction with the channel. And it may be if you want to come on the channel and have a chat with me and Lee, if you want to throw any questions in, please let us know. Message us on the Lead Judges TV on Twitter, and we'll get back to you and see if we can arrange something.
What we'll try and do, Dan, if we can, while we're doing the watch along, if anybody wants to jump on and have a little chat, not a problem, So we'll have people on if they want to come on and just chat with with these watch along things, particularly when it's not your side. And today, I think it's going to be a great game, by the way, France versus Germany, even though they're not really teams that we follow. We can have a chat where we'll still be watching the game and chat along and join in the conversations. Jump on the stream. We're willing to do that. I think that's a good thing that we can be able to do that if we can. Dan, listen, we are not technically whiz kids on the old computers, but we've got IT backup in the house. So don't worry about that, So we will try that. So we'll be having a little watch along today. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to the game. France, who I would say would probably be favourites, Dan, for this tournament, I believe, against Germany, who you never write off.
No, you can't ever write off Germany, but I've gone for France as my favourites for the tournament, and we'll get more into it in the next show, but I have gone for them. If I had to pick another side, I would go Portugal. But England, I don't want to say it, but England have got some good players. So let's see how we do in the tournament. But we'll get more into that before. Lee, we're going to come towards the end and wrap this up now. And then we're going to join you back at 7:45, just before the kickoff of France-Germany. We're going to go and get ourselves a nice drink, settle ourselves down in front of the TV, and we will be back to watch the game. And hopefully it'll be a cracker, because France-Germany, we thought, you know what, let's pick a good game. So let's hope it ain't 0-0, Lee.
You just put the curse on it,
we're jinxed it now. No, I jinxed it now.
Let's hope there's plenty of goals. Let's hope there's plenty of goals. I'm pretty sure there will be. There's some good players on show tonight, so let's hope that we get a few goals, and we'll have a chat anyway, and hopefully we can get some people involved, and if not, on the chat when we'll answer some questions along the way, and anything you want within reason.
Great stuff. Guys, thanks for joining us for the first little intro. We'll be back at 2:45, ready in time for the kickoff for France-Germany. We will see you very, very soon.